onto the Ugandan stance, we are like, who are we? Not to obviously come up and obviously drop a very huge update about what we've gone ahead to get in through from the incumbent MP of Makindye East. Welcome to this channel. I go by the names of RD, and you people are really just good to obviously be part of our live in here for you. It's a breaking story. It's done and dusted, and I want to let you know that a lot is really happening down in the NOP side. Remember, the NOP side is really trying to obviously put in a very huge shift to see to it that they obviously vet and sieve out people, MPs, that are obviously going to be representing the national unit platform in the upcoming elections that are set to be held next year in February. Nyeko Derrick has really pulled out of the race, and Makindye East legislator has announced that he will not seek re-election in the 2026 elections, ending his parliamentary career after just one term. Nyeko Derrick, who won the seat in 2021 on the National Unit Platform ticket, said he reached the decision after deep reflection. In a statement posted on his socials, he thanked supporters for the trust, saying he had served with honor, respect, and deep commitment, never to betray the trust. He admitted the announcement may disappoint his supporters, many of whom expected him to retain the seat in Nakawa. That's what Nyeko Derrick came up with in here onto the Ugandan stance. And let me obviously present you the statement in full white and black ink, as he really put it out on his socials. As you see it there, it will read as follows. This is how it really read, Nyeko Derrick, he said that, I wish to extend my deepest gratitude to all who have believed in me throughout the years I've been entrusted with leadership. It is with a heart full of joy that I have served you with honor, respect, and a deep commitment never to betray the trust of your vote. That is Nyeko Derrick for you. That was the first paragraph. We go to the second paragraph. It read, I know this decision may not be easy for my team and supporters to receive, especially after our strong belief that he would once again win the Makindye East MP seat. However, after deep reflection, I've made the difficult decision not to offer myself for election in the coming polls. This choice does not diminish the journey we have walked together, nor the victories we have achieved. It is my hope that the spirit of unity, resiliency, and service to our people will remain stronger than ever. I remain the man of no corruption, no problems, with humility and gratitude. That is Honorable Nyeko Derrick. Now, when he really put it out there onto his socials, I tell you what, very few people went ahead to obviously believe it, and it was really unbelievable that Nyeko Derrick had pulled out of the race. And talking to my sources, they've gone ahead to obviously give me a little bit of a snippet on what is really happening into the decision of Nyeko Derrick. And I've been told that Nyeko Derrick has pulled out. One clear source from the Daily Monitor has told me that his insiders have told him that he's not obviously going to be retaining the card from the National Unit Platform. And he was like, let me obviously get out of this and let me not find myself in a position of really losing what I'm supposed to be living with as an MP. Remember, if you are to go into this race as an independent, you'll get overstretched, because as an incumbent, you'll be having money and you need to spend close to 200 million Ugandan shillings to obviously retain that seat, between 200 and 400 million, So if you're really wise enough, as it says, the wise see ahead, if you're Nyeko Derrick, I don't think that it makes sense for you to obviously get back into this race and obviously compete with a person that looks like is obviously going to be getting the card. He is in this race with one tough B, Sechide Robert. He has been working at the NBS for some long years in there for you, and he has really put in a very, very huge shift into the mix. So, as it stands, the side of Nyeko Derrick has really gone ahead to put in a very huge shift, and we are here to see to it that we really get into the mix and see to it that all really goes on well on the side of Nyeko Derrick. But I think he has obviously come out and re-established that leaders act as leaders. And if he never comes in to stand as an independent after losing the National Unity Platform card, I tell you, he'll walk down in history as one of those leaders that really will make Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu proud, because these are the things that Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu really wants. Admitting defeat and knowing that you have been a good servant and a better one is coming to obviously take over. That is Nyeko Derrick for you. So in Makindye East, I've gone ahead to see some people on X coming out and really saying that Nyeko Derrick was not on the ground, and I ask myself, what does it need to be on ground? I've gone ahead to see him really organizing football tournaments, injecting money, in all what we call the women groups in there for you. So a lot is happening in there, and Nyeko really put in a very good shift, but obviously he has come out and obviously said he's really pulling out. I want to hear from his fellow competitor in this race, Tough B. We really need to know what he really thinks, and the rest will obviously come in through as we really get into the mix. And he has been really making some huge drives in there, and obviously I'm really shocked. I've gone ahead to have one known as Anthony Natif saying that if Nyeko Derrick is out of the Makindye East race, he's most likely made the right decision. I've not met a border guy who thinks he has a chance of winning. In fact, one of them told me that if Nyeko gets nominated, the NRM candidate, I think some lady whose posters I haven't seen anywhere will win. But also Makindye has a tendency of just giving these guys one term. So he's like, Makindye East is fond of giving these people one term. You understand? And maybe Nyeko Derrick was like, he smelt the rat and was like, I'm not returning to obviously be humiliated. Let me obviously embark onto my other careers and see how things are really going to be panning out. And by the way, if I'm Nyeko, I tell you what, I come from Karamoja. That is really known very well. I would have gone ahead to obviously say, let me obviously get back to where, let me obviously get back to my home land. You understand? I think that really makes perfect sense for Nyeko Derrick into the mix. I'm trying to obviously crop out something in here for you to obviously bring it out for you well, because I know that you might say I'm really trying to obviously put some words in some people's mouths who are really putting out these facts in here onto the Ugandan stance. But I want to let you know that that's not what we are all about. We are all about authenticity and what people are really saying. This is the cutout and the screenshot that I want obviously flaunt onto the screen. You understand? And see to it that you really get it right and really understand that I'm not really doing anything that is really letting down your candidate. This cutout really reads as follows. Let me try to scratch it onto the screen and really bring it in here. All right. You might say that these are my words, but they are not my words. The lad goes by the names of Anthony Natif. That's what he's really saying about the race, where Nyeko Derrick has just gone ahead to obviously get out and really say, I'm really out of the race. He said if Nyeko Derrick is out of the Makindye race, he's most likely made the right decision. I've not met a border guy who thinks he has a chance of winning. In fact, one of them told me that if Nyeko gets nominated, the NRM candidate, I think some lady whose posters I haven't seen anywhere, will win. But also Makindye East, Makindye East has a tendency of just giving these guys one term. You get? That's what we are really getting in through from one of the people from X as far as this the pullout of Nyeko Derrick is really concerned. So we are obviously getting into the mix, and see to it that we really get in some other credible people that have obviously come out and obviously had something to say about this race. When we go to Kiria UG, I think I should obviously bring in Kiria UG for you, and you really tell me what your thoughts are about the decision of Nyeko Derrick to obviously opt out of this race that many people thought he really stood a chance to obviously coming through and really get back in parliament, because he has obviously done lots of things for the party. And that's a one called Kiria UG. He said, Honorable Nyeko Derrick has decided not to stand once again as a member of parliament to represent the people of Makindye East. Nyeko has promised the people that, that is Kiria UG congratulating a man known as Nyeko Derrick for expressing what we call pure maturity into politics that has not obviously gone ahead to be seen into the Pearl of Africa before. And I think he's really getting the wins that he really wanted, and we don't know in what spirit he has gone ahead to stop down, but we know that at a certain point X will obviously get in the real facts as to why he has obviously gone ahead, obviously stepped down as a former or the incumbent in there for you. There is something that Noah Mutwe has gone ahead to put out, and I've been really impressed with it. Now, there is a proposal that has been put out by the Kampala Journal. Kampala Journal has been one of the most controversial X accounts that this country has ever obviously gone ahead to gate, and they really post controversial things, and I'm like, let me obviously surveil through it and see what they're really saying about this move of Nyeko Derrick pulling out and withdrawing out of this hot race, as Staff B is really set to be announced in as the candidate to obviously do the needful. Now, as some other people are really rejoicing, it's not yet done. There is a side known as Kampala Journal, and they've gone ahead to paint out a scenario that some of us think might obviously take center stage to see to it that Nope really sorts out what is happening in what we call Makindye East. Sorry, Makindye West. Makindye West has 3 aspirants that are really chasing for the National Unit Platform card. And their names are as follows. The incumbent, who goes by names of Alan Sewanyana. You understand? That is the incumbent. That is Alan Sewanyana for you. He's the incumbent. And then we also have the other guy called, what's his name? There is Mayor Mulyanyama, and there is also Musili David. Now, the Kampala Journal has come up and obviously said the following. He has named it what we call an unpopular opinion. Mayor Ali Kasirye Mulyanyama should go for Makindye East now that Nyeko Derrick has quit and Musili David retains his Makindye West seat. You understand? Now, Makindye West has 3 NOP candidates really aspiring to get the ticket from the National Unit Platform. The incumbent, that is Alan Sewanyana, 1. 2 is the mayor of Makindye, that is Kasirye Ali Mulyanyama, and thirdly is Musili David. So, a proposal has been put out on the table that after Nyeko Derrick pulling out, why doesn't Mulyanyama obviously shift to Makindye West, and then Musili David retains his Makindye West seat, which is really wrong because the Makindye West seat is not for David Musili. It's for Alan Sewanyana. So we wait and see how that really pans out, but people are really bringing on their different thoughts about what we call the about what we call the seat of Makindye West that has obviously gone ahead to attract loads and loads and loads and loads of things. Let me obviously come out and really scale out that of Noah Mutwe, because he has obviously gone ahead to put out a tweet that I think all of us should look through it, as he's really one of those people that is doing the needful in there for you. So, Noah Mutwe, all right, I've gotten his tweet, and let me obviously cut it out and obviously put it on the screen such that you guys watch it yourself too in there. Noah Mutwe has said that breaking Honorable Nyeko Derrick, right, has pulled out. And after pulling out, he has it from serious sources or clear sources that he has not been forced. He has taken what we call a decision that why does this cutout look like this? Oh, crop. All right. There comes in through something from Noah Mutwe. He's obviously telling us the following, that Honorable Nyeko Derrick has withdrawn from contesting on the seat of Member of Parliament of Makindye East 2026. So sad, just spoken to him and confirmed to me that he has made a tough decision not to contest again. He says he has talked to him. He has spoken to him, and Nyeko Derrick has confirmed to him that he has made a tough decision not to contest again. Now, no thought of him really coming in through as what we call an independent. So we really look and see whether he will be a man of his word and doesn't really come in through as an independent. But if Nyeko Derrick doesn't come in through as an independent, he will obviously win hearts of many. I tell you, he would have gone ahead obviously do one of those uncalled for actions and unseen before, because very few candidates in Africa obviously go in for a single term. And even him, he had not only gone in for a single term, he had gone in for another term, but I don't know what really went ahead to obviously come alongside his way to obviously say enough is enough. And however much I had gone ahead to put out posters, I had gone ahead to obviously put out lots of things, I'm not the suitable candidate to take or to deliver my team a success, and that is the National Unit Platform. So, I'm having Gabriel Bule. Gabriel Bule is saying, "Dear Honorable Nyeko, I had a lot of trust in you and supported you with all my heart. However, I lost confidence when you started becoming dishonest. Most people around you felt betrayed and lost trust in you. As a Christian, I hold no grudge and I wish you the best in life." You understand? So, Gabriel Bule went ahead to obviously start that thread. Then, Kiria Yuji told, "By the way, everyone is blaming you for his withdrawal. I would advise to stop him, otherwise will full figure you. We both know the game of politics in this country." Then Bule told him, I didn't send him to abuse the Secretary General when his councillors were denied cards. I wasn't even there. If it is a physical battle, he's welcome. So, now this is another story that Gabriel Bule, credible journalist from the Daily Monitor, is obviously trying to paint out to us, that there was a heated argument between the Secretary General of the National Unit Platform and Nyeko Derrick, because his councillors never got the cards. He said that he's not obviously going to be coming in to stand. That's what you're getting in through from a Daily Monitor correspondent. That is bully, and I need to obviously look out for him and really get something special from him and really see whether what he's talking about is really right. But such things happen, but he had gone full strength, full muscle for this race. But guess what? He hasn't obviously gone ahead to deliver himself to the promised land, as he has gone ahead to pull out of this race. So Nyeko Derrick obviously is one of those that is known in the race. And as you know, internet never forgets. I don't know whether it's really true, but he once stood as an NRM candidate for the male youth councillor Makindye division. You know, that was between 2016, 2021. That is it. And let me bring it on your screen and really see it. I'm not the same person who is really doing the needful to obviously maybe try to taint the image, but our past always comes back. And Nyeko Derrick really had the following to say about himself and what he really went ahead to do. Did he ever really belong to the NRM? That is the most important bit. But does our past really matter? You know, this is what we've gone ahead to get. That's the poster that we've gotten from X, from the account of Simo Bobinaye, and he said once upon a time Nyeko Derrick was working as NRM branch in Nope. He has now decided to fully go back to the NRM. People on the internet, I don't think so. One thing I can really buy is that of Gabriel Bole from Daily Monitor, that because very many councillors of him never got cards from what we call the recently concluded vetting by the National Unit Platform. He read the letter from the envelope that he might not be favored, as most of his councillors were not really given green light to obviously contest for that same for the positions that they're obviously vying to obviously get into the next election that is obviously going to be happening in 2026 in there. So we wait here and see as he withdraws from what we call the race. What is the world saying? You can as well go into the comment section and really tell us your thoughts about him withdrawing from this race. But all in all, it's done and dusted. He has obviously moved in as a man with clean hands. Wait and see whether he really dirtied his hands. But that's politics for you at play. In these months that we are in, it's obviously going to be a very heated up here as we obviously get into the registration and nomination of MPs and presidents, councillors, chairpersons, and so on and so forth. That post of Derrick Nyeko that he put out 2 hours ago has a post reach of 54,000 people, and it comes in through as one of those posts that is really trending on X. You know, wounded Ugandan said a good leader makes tough decisions. You did your best, honorable. That's what this one is saying. Nats comes in through and says, Gwenebo Ogenda, you are so arrogant. You must apologize to General Muhoozi Kainerugaba and Owekitiibwa Mathias Mpuuga. You don't respect big people. Your arrogance will cost you a lot in this life. Guys, on X, it's really different. You know, let me cut out these tweets and obviously put them on the screen, because most of you might be like, I'm cooking my own words. These are not my own words. These are words coming in through from people that are really on X, and they're really big on X. Now, the people from the PLAU have come out and obviously said you really attacked our leader, and you now dance to your own music. Taste the bitterness of your own medicine, Mr. Nyeko Derrick in there. So you see it very well. Wounded Ugandan, a good leader makes tough decisions. You did your best, honorable. Aluta continua. You've seen that very well. Now, let's get to the other one. It comes in through from Nats Abubakri. Gwenebo Ogenda, you are so arrogant. You must apologize to General Muhoozi Kainerugaba and Owekitiibwa Mathias Mpuuga. You don't respect big people. Your arrogancy will cost you a lot in this life. Then Sure Win Emperor says, I didn't see this coming from Honorable Nyeko Derrick. Is everything okay, my brother? He's really asking that he never saw this coming. And by the way, I too never saw this coming. If you ever saw this coming, please come into the comment section and really let me know. Then we have Semanda Tone. This should send a loud message to all current and future politicians that there is life after serving. They should serve and then rest to give other people a chance to express themselves, other than thinking that if not them, then no one. That is really something great in there for you. So we are really getting these reactions on the post that went ahead of it put out. And guess what? Nyeko Derrick is obviously living as a hero, not a villain in all this. And people are like, Betty Namboze right now, if a child that has gone ahead obviously coming through and served for only one term has said goodbye, Gochakwalachi Montebe, never nange bantu mweko X. You just intrigued me a lot, and thank you for obviously being part of this video. I'll sign out for now. See you later. Breaking news. Nyeko Derrick has withdrawn from the Makindye East Member of Parliament race. He's not expected to show up when the national or when the electoral commission is really calling in for people to obviously take on those seats in there for you. So that is it.